This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
Power on. Power on.
It's time to take your place on the starting grid and get ready for Racer Radio. Your host, Dave Stahl, about to take you for a white-knuckled lap around the motorsports industry, covering everything from top-notch national drivers and crew chiefs right down to your local kid racers and racetracks. Watch for the apex, because here comes Racer Radio with Dave Stahl.
All right, folks, welcome. You're listening to Racer Radio. I'm Dave Stahl.
I'm Brittany.
Well, we have a legend on the line, and I'll let Brittany introduce this gentleman.
Oh, yeah. You know, we've had the opportunity to race this legend for the last 5 years. We both
Did you learn anything?
Yes.
There you go.
I did.
That's all that counts. And this gentleman's name is
Phil Confer.
Ta-da.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Phil, how you doing, buddy?
I'm loving life. How about you guys?
Well, yeah, you must have been able to go out to breakfast or dinner or something, right?
No. Heather and I just sat here at the house with the new puppy and just relaxing and binge watching some Longmire today.
Yeah, what'd you get? What kind of puppy you got?
Oh, we got us a 7-month-old Staffy.
Oh,
She's a cutie.
Yeah, we got 4 rowdy puppies that are 6-7 days old. So, yeah, that'll keep you happy. So,
Yeah.
I hear you got a little news for the racing community. I have to bring it right up to the top.
Yeah. I retired as a driver.
Wow. Okay. Was it you just got tired of it, or you just wanted to go another direction?
Well, no, I still feel as though I can go out there and beat some of the great drivers like Brittany and that, but and all the guys out there. But last year I got hurt. I got hurt pretty bad in the car. I got a pretty bad head injury, and I ended up with some long-standing brain stuff going on. So I didn't want to go through 50 first dates with my wife and have to have her introduce herself to me every day.
Gotcha.
So I made a hard decision back in January that it was time to hang the helmet up.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's all about the long road. It's not about the short road. So I think you were smart to do that. A lot of people can't make that decision, which is unfortunate for them. Yeah. I was asking Brittany off air. I said, so does that mean he's not coming out to the track anymore?
Well, we're not 100% sure on that, as we all know right now that the track is closed for this COVID deal. But I'm not 100% sure because I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to deal with it. I've got a lot of friends out there that I want to see, but at the same time, it's going to be really hard sitting there in the stands watching everybody out there, knowing that I can still beat them. Last year, we did really well last year until we got that concussion, and then I went out the race right afterwards, and I was having I ended up winning, but I should have never been in the race car. I was having some vision problems. I was having some just nausea, sick to my stomach, throwing up, things like that. And I should have never got back in the car. And what I did is I promised my family that I wouldn't get back in the car unless I was right, and it turned out I lied to them. I got in the car and I wasn't right. So I had to really sit back and do some whole heart soul searching, and this beautiful redhead that I got sitting next to me is absolutely more important than that race car.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. But, you know, to be honest with you, when Brittany told me that, the first thing that popped into my head was a mentor. You could go out to that track and you can grab pretty much any of the kids and the adults and give them tips. If it's just sitting in the pits or sitting in the stands watching them drive, because you know what these cars are doing. You know if the setup's wrong. You know if they're doing and just mentor these. And I think if you could do that, I think that desire to go out and win will be slowly but surely diminish to where you'll get the joy of teaching somebody how to get the best possible performance, not only out of themselves, but out of their cars. And I'm not saying you got to do it. I'm just saying you might want to think about it, because there's I got a sneaky feeling, I don't know about you, but I think the track is going to get inundated with a lot of new drivers after this pandemic.
It probably will. We're working with John Bridger right now. He had an old Triple E car, I think it was, and he bought a new to him M&M from Rob Archibald, and I'm helping him out put his car together, and I'm going to help him set his car up and
Good.
go out there with him and talk with him and help him out. But and Rob Archibald, actually, he bought my old car, repaired car, and he's going to be trying to fill in some race dates with that. And I'll probably be out helping him out, because I know that car better than anybody. I'm the only one. I know that car inside and out.
Sure.
And I'm also working with a nonprofit organization, Track Days for Veterans, and we're actually putting together a road race. It's nothing really spectacular. It's a 1983 four-door Caprice, and we're putting it together. Roy is putting it, and I are putting together. I can't say his last name. Sorry, Roy.
That's okay. It's not your fault.
But we're putting it together, and that's going to be a deal. It's a nonprofit that Roy put together. He just retired, gunnery sergeant. He and I are working on a car, putting it together as a road race car. We're going to go up to Fontana in October, and we're going to look at putting some veterans in it. Calling out Brandon Jacina, he's a veteran. We're going to look at putting him in the car, and Roy and a couple other veterans, and just go out there and have some fun.
It sounds like he's already found a place.
Yeah, and I'm glad to hear that. And I will tell you right here that once we get out of this COVID, lockdown, I would love to have you bring the car and maybe a couple of military personnel down to KUSI, just to let the public know and the military community know that there is an option out there for them. And who would say no, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely something we're looking at. Roy has, and I are, well, Roy mostly, it's all his idea. Something he's definitely got his heart behind, and he's really, really excited about it. I'm excited to be able to get in there and wrench on cars. But another piece of news is December 31st, for sure. Heather and I we moved back to Florida last year, and December 31st, my wife and I are I've been around the world 7 times and done a lot of crazy things with the Navy. And December 31st, my wife and I will be leaving for good. We're going to go around the country and try not to spend more than 2 or 3 weeks in any one place. And we're going to see all the great things this great country has, and all of our honored heroes and our military members. They, the guys that laid their life down, which today is about. We want to go see what they felt so strong about.
Right.
And we want to end our trip. We want to end up in summer 2022 in Alaska for about a month or 2.
You got a motorhome, or are you doing this in the back of a Volkswagen?
No, Heather and I just bought a 30-foot fifth wheel that we put on our truck, and we're going to be traveling with that.
You just got to tow a trailer, don't you? Whether it's a race car or something to live in.
Yeah, I got to tow something, exactly, and then after that, we're probably going to follow some racing circuit. We'll pick a racing circuit, and we'll go follow that and go see some great things.
You need a cook?
Do I cook? Oh,
no.
I'm fat. Of course I cook.
No, I said, do you need a cook? I'll go with you.
Oh, we need a cook? Well, yeah. You buy all the food. You're more than welcome to come with us.
No, if you're fat, I am not feeding you, because you'll cost me an arm and a leg.
Well, I only eat prime rib, ribeye, and brisket now. So.
Oh, now we're talking. What about bacon?
Oh, everything makes bacon better. You know that.
Well, then Brittany can go in my place, because she's the bacon queen. There's no
What makes bacon better is bacon.
Yeah.
I know. Don't you just love it? And there's a million ways to cook it, and it's just so good. All right, buddy. Well, hey,
you gonna get it?
Go ahead.
Going to get out there and race this year, Brittany?
Is a bear dump in the woods? I mean, this girl, she's sitting here with a helmet on, okay? What does that tell you?
She's strapped into her seat.
Oh, she's got her driving suit on, and she keeps giving me hand signals. I don't know what's going on with this
My car
girl.
is ready to go.
And it's in her front room. And it's ready to go.
Room.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. But seriously, buddy, send me an email, and let's set up a date for television, and just to get some publicity out there for this great program. And, and we appreciate everything you do, and I'm glad you're still going to keep your toes in the motorsports pond.
Somehow I'll be there. We'll figure it out.
You
I'm
will.
sure. All right, buddy. Good talking to you, and we'll talk to you down the road.